Hello, today is August the 9th, 2025. As always, we'll start with our disclaimer, go over our calls, and then make our predictions. This is my trading plan for Monday, which is August 11th, 2025. Please remember that I'm been busy for most of this week, have not spent as much time as I normally spend on my analysis, and if you're going to risk your money on this, keep that in mind. Next week I should have more time to look at things. On Friday we looked for the pattern with the early low, which is this, and Monday should also have the early low. We said Thursday's action was weak, and unless we gapped and promptly traded over Thursday's high, we should drop. We gapped and promptly traded over Thursday's high, so that's what the bulls had to do. That doesn't mean we're out of the woods, though, as far as the call for a top in this area is concerned. This is just a review of what we said. These are the patterns we expect to see next week. Note that we have two Carolan possible change in trend dates for next week, and there's a 3-day window, sometimes as large as 6, but usually a 3-day window. If these numbers work, the high number, if it works, should lead to a sizable change in trend. Now again, if there's no Carolan number, probably isn't going to be a significant high, but the converse isn't true. Just because there is a Carolan number, it doesn't mean it is a high. Just be aware that one of the elements for a significant high is present, and we also have a date based on Woodson's work, which is compatible with the high in this area, and so far has been accurate to within a day, or I think within 3 days so far, which is reasonable. During the day, we got an ultimate sell signal, and that worked. We had an optional higher target that printed. This rally was called a false move, and it's already retraced. This is the 9-13-9 Tom DeMark combo sell and sequential sell within 3 bars of the signal being given. We traded under the TDST line. This is a powerful signal in his work, and when it works, and I'm going to underline that, when it works, it should lead to a sizable drop. Now, it doesn't have to be immediate, but I'd be cautious of any long positions here until this idea is totally killed, and so far it's still within play. This identifies the area of a top, not the exact price of a top. Well, this is a chart we've shown quite a few times. This is a channel, it's major league resistance, and note how we stopped right at resistance. That was a pretty good rally on Friday, but it hasn't cleared resistance, and we still haven't invalidated that big impulsive drop we had little over a week ago. That's still the active pattern, unless and until we overtake it. Right now, we're just stalling at resistance. Let's focus in on that a little bit. I think it's possible to count the move from the April low as an ABC. I can't count it as a 5-wave structure. And if it is an ABC, all these fibs work. And you can even count this wave, black C, can divide into an ABC with great fibs. Let's see how we count this brown C of black C of blue C. I mean, I can count 5 waves up for A. There's an ABC with good fibs for B. And if that's A and that's B, we could be making an ending diagonal triangle. Now, I'll grant you there are probably some other ways to count this, but that is a valid count. It doesn't break any rules. And if it is a valid count, we might go a little bit higher here to make wave E a 3-wave structure. But if that's right, and we don't know at this point if it's right, this is also calling for a top. We have a number of things that are compatible with a top coming up very soon. Now, until we drop, maybe there's some other way to interpret these things, but I think longs need to be cautious in this area. Well, Monday's pattern has the early low regardless of where we open. Typically it's a rally day with a final hour high, but if it's weak, we should see more weakness. We're within the range of a DeMark 913.9 sell signal on the combo and the sequential. We're within the range of a Woodson change in trend date, within the range of 2 Carolan turn dates. We've stopped at channel trendline resistance. There's a veil of wave count saying we're near a high. This is all pretty negative stuff. The elements for a significant top are present. All that's missing is for the market to start dropping. You can signal all you want. If you don't start dropping, it doesn't mean much to me. If the idea is going to work, we shouldn't have to wait too much longer. And if the idea fails, it should fail big time, because when good signals fail, they fail in grand style. I know this was a strong rally Friday. I know people are all excited about the long side here. We have a bunch of very negative patterns in a time of the year which is not market friendly. If we start dropping here, I would believe it. Now, we haven't started yet and can still kill the idea by rallying and going up some more, so be careful. But this is not good stuff. It's the pattern with the early low. It's usually strong, but if it's weak instead, it could be a long way down. And that's today's call.